Ethan was a poor farmer living in the quiet village of Green Hill, surrounded by rolling hills and dense forests. This year, he had borrowed seeds and tools from Mr. Thatcher, the wealthiest landowner in the village, hoping that a good crop might finally lift his family out of poverty. The weather was perfect. The rains had come at the right time, and for the first time, Ethan's fields flourished beyond his expectations. Golden wheat swayed in the sunlight, and his heart swelled with hope. "Look, Lila, the harvest is incredible this year. Perhaps we can finally live without fear of hunger," Ethan said, excitement dancing in his eyes. "Yes, Ethan. The hard work is finally paying off. If the crops remain safe, we may even save enough to send the children to school," Lila replied, smiling. Even the children's laughter echoed through the fields, filling the air with joy. Little Anna tugged at Ethan's sleeve. "Father, what will you bring me from the harvest?" Ethan smiled. "A doll and some new bangles. My dear, patience, all will come. But fate has a way of testing dreams." That evening, dark clouds rolled in with an unforgiving storm. Rain lashed the fields, and within hours, Ethan's once golden crop was submerged under muddy water. Heartbroken, he sank to his knees. "God, what remains now? All my efforts, my hopes, gone." The next day, Ethan went to Mr. Thatcher, pleading for mercy. "Please, a little time, and I'll repay everything once the next crop comes." But Thatcher's response was cold. "Your land, Ethan, is mine by law. Leave immediately." With heavy hearts, Ethan and his family left their home, venturing into the unknown wilderness, carrying nothing but hope and determination. Ethan was a poor farmer living in the quiet village of Green Hill, surrounded by rolling hills and dense forests. This year, he had borrowed seeds and tools from Mr. Thatcher, the wealthiest landowner in the village, hoping that a good crop might finally lift his family out of poverty. The weather was perfect. The rains had come at the right time, and for the first time, Ethan's fields flourished beyond his expectations. Golden wheat swayed in the sunlight, and his heart swelled with hope. "Look, Lila, the harvest is incredible this year. Perhaps we can finally live without fear of hunger," Ethan said, excitement dancing in his eyes. "Yes, Ethan. The hard work is finally paying off. If the crops remain safe, we may even save enough to send the children to school," Lila replied, smiling. Even the children's laughter echoed through the fields, filling the air with joy. Little Anna tugged at Ethan's sleeve. "Father, what will you bring me from the harvest?" Ethan smiled. "A doll and some new bangles. My dear, patience, all will come. But fate has a way of testing dreams." That evening, dark clouds rolled in with an unforgiving storm. Rain lashed the fields, and within hours, Ethan's once golden crop was submerged under muddy water. Heartbroken, he sank to his knees. "God, what remains now? All my efforts, my hopes, gone." The next day, Ethan went to Mr. Thatcher, pleading for mercy. "Please, a little time, and I'll repay everything once the next crop comes." But Thatcher's response was cold. "Your land, Ethan, is mine by law. Leave immediately." With heavy hearts, Ethan and his family left their home, venturing into the unknown wilderness, carrying nothing but hope and determination. The forest stretched endlessly before them, thick with towering trees and tangled underbrush. Every step brought uncertainty, yet the family pressed on, guided only by Ethan's resolve to protect them. The storm had passed, leaving a damp, earthy scent in the air, and the forest alive with the sounds of nature. "Don't look back, Lila. What's done is done. Our children are all that matters now," Ethan whispered, holding her hand tightly. Hours passed, and hunger gnawed at their bellies. Little Sam whimpered, and Anna's small feet were tired from the long trek. Then, through the dense foliage, they spotted a small, broken cabin with smoke curling from its chimney. An old hermit greeted them with a gentle smile, offering warmth, food, and shelter. "You may stay here, though it is not much. But it will protect you," the hermit said. Grateful beyond words, Ethan and Lila settled their children inside. The days that followed were filled with toil, yet hope began to return. Ethan chopped firewood, Lila tended to the children, and together they learned the ways of the forest. Small victories, finding edible berries, gathering dry wood, lighting a fire without match, reignited their courage. Though the forest was a harsh teacher, it also became their sanctuary. Ethan realized that even in the darkest times, persistence and honesty could carve a path toward survival. One day, while collecting wood deep in the forest, Ethan ventured further than usual. He lost his way as evening approached, clouds darkened the sky, and rain began to drizzle again. Exhausted, he sat on a moss-covered rock, heart heavy with worry for his family. Suddenly, a faint golden light glimmered through the trees. Curiosity and hope urged him forward. He discovered a hidden cave emitting a warm, soft glow. Inside, the walls sparkled like gold, and at the center was a small, enchanted village. Eerily quiet, yet beautiful beyond imagination. Two guards appeared, startling him. "Who are you? How did you enter?" I am Ethan, a humble farmer. I lost my way in the forest," he stammered. They guided him to a grand palace at the village's center, where a wise old king sat, regal yet compassionate. The king listened to Ethan's story, the tears in his eyes, and the honesty in his voice. "You have struggled without complaint, without greed. You work for your family, not for selfish gain. You are worthy," said the king, handing Ethan a chest of gold coins. "Use this wisely. Feed your family, rebuild your life, and start anew." Ethan bowed deeply, gratitude swelling in his chest. With the gold, he could pay off his debt to Thatcher, buy seeds, and provide for his children. But most importantly, he felt a newfound sense of honor and hope. Ethan returned to Green Hill with the chest, his heart pounding with both excitement and fear. Thatcher, who had been suspicious of Ethan's sudden success, stared in disbelief as Ethan placed the gold coins before him. "This is your repayment, every coin earned with honest work," Ethan said firmly. Thatcher, unable to question the source, returned Ethan's land documents. For the first time in months, Ethan walked back onto his ancestral fields with dignity restored. He planted fresh crops, built a small lumber business selling firewood to the village, and provided employment to neighbors who had suffered during the storm. The family's life transformed, yet Ethan remained humble. He taught his children that integrity, courage, and hard work were more valuable than gold. Every morning, the forest whispered promises of hope, and every evening, the sunset reminded them that resilience can turn despair into triumph. Months passed, and Ethan's small business prospered. Villagers who once doubted him now came for guidance and trade. Anna and Sam went to school, their laughter filling the house that once echoed only with sorrow. One day, the king's messenger arrived, inviting Ethan to the enchanted village once again. The king praised Ethan's unwavering honesty, granting him the title of a community leader entrusted to safeguard the village and its people. Ethan realized that true wealth was not in gold, but in trust, courage, and love for one's family. Even as riches flowed, he continued to live simply, giving back to those in need, ensuring that no one went hungry, just as he had vowed during those darkest days in the forest. Ethan's journey, from the destruction of his crops to the fortune gifted by the king, became a story told for generations. He had faced despair, hunger, and the greed of others, yet his honesty and determination turned the tide of fate. He taught his children and the village that challenges are never the end, but a test of character. Wealth may come and go, but integrity and compassion endure. Green Hill flourished under his guidance, and families who once feared poverty now found hope. Ethan often looked at the forest beyond his home, remembering the hermit, the hidden cave, and the golden village that had changed his life. He whispered a prayer of gratitude, knowing that his perseverance and pure heart had not only saved his family, but had also created a legacy of resilience, honesty, and unyielding hope. The poor farmer had become a guardian of his village, not just in wealth, but in wisdom and heart. And the story of Ethan's journey became a beacon for all who struggled, teaching that even in the deepest darkness, light can be found.